I just want everybody to know, as you're joining us today, that Kelly just accused me of being a witch. This is not the Salem witch trials.
Oh, and it's not an accusation when I know it's true.
It is.
It is. She said,
just from some of your reads.
Down.
Your reads.
She said, I'm getting into a magic book. I said, good. People, the true witch in you probably loves that.
I do. I'm feeling the power surging through me.
Yes.
We have a fantastic show, a little bit of something for everybody. Our experts on fall trends are here. We've got makeup and styling tips for this season as well. Oh, Marie, we haven't seen Marie, and Brittany's here too, and we just can't wait. We need it all. I am hearing, and Mikey, you brought us up to speed a little bit, but chocolate brown is the season.
It is.
The color of the season. This is it.
Leopard, animal prints, we're all in. I can't wait for this segment.
Little mocha.
Oh, yeah. Don't mind if we do.
Woo,
I feel like today's show is one that we really had a hand in producing, because I feel like in meetings we were like, so let's talk about fall. We're confused. We need Brittany.
Every segment, we need something fall. Yeah.
So excited.
All right, we're going to jump into our family feed. And Mikey, you have quite the update for us.
Yeah, well, it's because I had a couple of days off, so I had some time to really enjoy myself. And I got a chance to make it. We got a babysitter on Friday. My mom came over. So we said, hey, let's go to Oktoberfest. I have never been before.
Right downtown.
Right downtown. And it's so cute. It was on the bridge. I tried to get Joran.
Are you wearing cowboy boots?
Oh my God. Wait, I'm sorry.
It was.
You look incredible. I love this fit.
Thank you. I felt proud of myself, especially since we're having our fall fashion segment today. But I was trying to get Jordan to ride the Ferris wheel. No go. That was the main reason why I went, because this is what I wanted to do, but he didn't want to do it.
There's something about, I agree.
Nervous.
I'm not going to lie, I'm with Joran.
Yeah, really?
I've seen Final Destination. I don't know. There's something about the placement of a Ferris wheel on a bridge.
Yeah.
The views have to be crazy.
Yeah, and
amazing.
I saw him holding a stuffed animal, though. Did he do the strong arm thing?
I did this. Well, we both did. He won the animal. I was not very good at it. So, speaking of which, there's a lot of fun carnival games there. Yeah. Strongman being one of them. So we had fun with that, even though we didn't get a chance to ride the Ferris wheel. And then Saturday, I had a very close friend of mine from high school. He passed away, unfortunately, and so they had kind of I don't know what you want to call it, just a memorial service.
Sure.
It was very upbeat, and so. Back in high school, we took a photograph, and it was in physics class, and it was maybe 5 of my friends together, and we took this photograph, and we have a picture of it here. On the right-hand side here, that's us back in 12th grade in physics class.
Gosh.
And I barely passed that class because all we did was just talk about everything other than physics. But then we tried to recreate the photo on the left, so in the original photo, I guess that's to the right of me is Mark. That is my friend who passed away. To the right of me in the new photo, that is my friend Oliver, who is Mark's best friend.
Aww,
right. So he took his place, and I'm holding a picture of Mark. So it was very emotional, but it was also great to see these guys again. So I enjoyed that.
What a beautiful way to come back together with old friends.
I know, I know. It was actually a lot of fun, despite it being a sad
very
occasion.
sad.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
And then, as we mentioned before I went on vacation, I love the Jack-O-Lantern Festival at the zoo. So we made our way back there again this year, and this time Logan got a chance to ride the merry-go-round. He
Stop it with that little plaid.
Right? And he just the pumpkins. He is having the best time of his life. So it's all worth
You
it.
hit up every fall activity.
Every fall.
You did my 2 months.
I just didn't make it to the hay rides, but maybe that's next weekend. So that was fun. And the last thing is Logan loves going grocery shopping. That's like the highlight.
He's the only
week.
one.
He's the only one. So I figured I'd get him a little grocery cart, and he's been shopping around the house with little.
I'm not kidding you, Mikey. Take it to the grocery store with you. He will have a blast, and you'll be able to get some of your not all of it. Don't do like the whole week of groceries, but like if you need to get it. It's so fun. Yeah. It's so cute to watch.
If I saw Logan with that and a giant eagle, I would die. I would stop using Instacart and get back in the grocery store.
Kel, what's going on with you?
Sweet. Well, speaking of fall activities, this past Saturday, my son's school had a big day at Simmons Farm. It was a blast. But I had no idea how much fun, truly, that my husband and I were going to have. Because this is Nora and Logan. This is at the end. And this is proof that on any kind of hay ride, your kids are going to be pooped at the end. Mark, talk rocked this billy goat. He had a full-on photo shoot with that billy goat for like 20 minutes. Here's Nora and I, and it was a blast. When I tell you, it was a good 90 degrees. The heat index was insane. We were under this tree trying to find shade for far too long. But wow, do I go feral at a pumpkin patch. I am in it to win it.
I saw the video of you and Mark, and I'm gonna tell you, it was pretty endearing.
Oh, thank you.
The two of you in your stories were hidden under the shade. You could see, like, just like
under a school bus.
Hide, trying to find any bit of shade. But the two of you laughing together, and I don't even know if you realized it at the time when you were taking this video, but the two of you laughing together, I think that so many couples are missing that laughter and being able to just have fun with their partner. So
And I think
Thank you.
I loved it and put little cry laughy faces under it because it was
so
funny. It was fun.
We were schlepping. We were schlepping. But what is your fam up
Well,
to?
I'm going to bring up a little bit of old business because I can't stop talking about it. So I don't get out very often during the week, but Six the Musical is in town, and I was able to go on Tuesday, and Frankie has been there before, and he had a great time when we saw it, but this is such a girl power kind of musical. I'm not saying that guys can't go to it, but I feel like
It's for the ladies.
it's for, yes, women get it. You're gonna love it. All six of these women have incredible voices. It's only in town through this weekend. If you can, and I know tickets are expensive, but if you can make it, go see it. It is like a 90-minute concert. It doesn't stop, and bonus, no intermission.
Oh,
which
Take me straight through.
Yes,
No,
sign me up. We actually were able to have two of the stars of the show join us on Pittsburgh Today Live yesterday, and they were talking about all their work. One of them plays the character that's more like Ariana Grande. She has this long ponytail with like bright pink in it. The other actress is actually one of the understudies, and she has to prepare for 4 of the queens.
Icon.
She has to know all of the music, all of the steps. The costumes are amazing. Truly, you will be up on your feet dancing by the end of this. Everybody's clapping, young, old, it doesn't matter. You are going to have a great time. So if you can, go see it.
You've been telling me about this and just watching some of the video. It looks amazing. I know they won a Tony Award. It's like maybe this is something that
Go
I
do
need
it.
to go see.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Cultural Trust is nailing it this season too. Their entire schedule is so good.
Really good.
It
Really
is.
fun.
So I'm excited to jump into this one because it is not often that I read a headline that says viral relationship hack that's dividing the internet, and I keep scrolling.
Bait click.
No, oh,
Yes.
that is
They
me.
got
That is a trigger. My Nebby. I'm like, I'm sorry, what are we doing? We're making this easier? Let's do it. So, a new viral trend shows men keeping childhood pictures of their wives with them in their wallet. And essentially, it is serving as a reminder to be nice to their wives. And let me show you just like a small example of what this will look like on your timeline. It is the bare minimum as far as content creation is concerned, but it is just a picture of usually guys walking around doing something miscellaneous and saying, hey guys, make sure that you're carrying a baby picture of your wife with you at all times. It's going to remind you that she wants to be understood, heard, loved, and protected. And the internet split on this one. Some people call it sweet. I will say, I took a deep dive into a lot of these different comments, and some people were like, oh, this is a green flag if I've ever seen it again. We are praising for the bare minimum on this one. Others, like myself, were like, I'm sorry. What are we doing? Why does my husband need a reminder to be nice to me? And is it going to be my baby picture? I don't know. I don't know.
It's a little weird.
It is.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
And I feel as though if you can't be kind to your partner without a reminder that they were once a child too, you don't need a picture, you need therapy.
Right.
This is something totally different and deeper, but I decided that it'd be fun.
For the sake of
For the sake
So
of, you know,
fun.
the trend. I said, girls, do you think that you could maybe give me a picture for when you were little that you would want your husband to look at and be nicer?
I can't wait.
What would make you nicer? These are mine. I feel like Mark would never be able to look at these pictures and be mad at the girl who may be
Look at that
overcharged
hair.
on the Capital
Look at that
One.
hair.
You know? She's silly, she's goofy, sometimes she makes mistakes, and be nice to her.
She didn't mean to draw all over the wall.
Yeah, she did it.
not at all.
She did it.
Okay, Mikey, I got to see yours.
Okay.
Oh, no, we
that's
don't have
you.
yours. These are mine. Now,
Look at
so
I love these.
so when I'm annoying my husband, this is what he's gonna see.
Look at that smile.
It's a reminder to be kind,
It
okay? Look at her.
Those
Look at what she
bangs.
went through with those bangs.
I know.
How about with those teeth?
I mean, we did. The
So
braces
cute.
did their job. They did.
How could you be mad at it?
You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Show us
Do we
baby
have your
Mike.
pictures?
We do.
Oh, they-
Absolutely. How could you be mad at this face? I
You
see
couldn't.
Logan in this face.
So do I.
Yeah.
Oh my
no
God,
way.
you guys are twins.
A little devious, a little mischievous, but also innocent. And
that's
just
it.
sweet.
Does
That's
no
what
wrong.
it was.
That-
None
that's what
whatsoever.
that screams.
I mean, I don't like it. It's strange. But the only thing that I can think of is that maybe it could remind your significant other that you are a whole person coming to the relationship with experience from childhood, and now you're here. And it's not, you just, like,
Yeah.
I'm not just what you see. I'm a whole lifetime
What a beautiful
of
explanation.
occurrences.
That is the tightest stretch I have ever. I love you
Yeah.
and your sweetheart for thinking that.
Okay.
If you saw Joran with a picture of you as a baby and he said, it's to remind myself to be nice to you.
Yeah,
That's what you would.
No, I do think it's strange. And it's taking away from the fact that I am a woman, I have strength, and I have power. And like, I don't need you to look at me like a little
No.
child.
No, I don't need parented. But believe me, my parents have been trying to do that for years.
Yes.
Talk to them.
Fun to have a little throwback Thursday.
Yeah, I
night.
love
It
that.
is. All right, so let's stay in the land of make-believe. And just imagine this. It is Saturday morning and your husband is, just maybe in the other room, and you walk in and you say, hey, honey, what would you like to do today? And this is how they answer.
Hey, you busy?
No. Are you hungry? You want to go somewhere? I'm starving. Should we just get dessert?
Yes.
Maybe we should get 2 desserts. Maybe we can get 2 different desserts from 2 different restaurants. I found the cutest nature trail behind the park the other day when I was playing with the kids. Maybe we go walk on that and hold hands.
Oh, this is striking me. So he goes on to say, Barnes and Nobles, maybe we can go to the farmer's market. We'll hold hands there too. This is just so funny. So I thought I was the only one who expected answers like this from my spouse. And it's great to see that I'm not alone.
I've seen this trend
would
done a couple of times, and none of them disappoint. There was one, I think they were on vacation, and he, brought his wife I think it was even like a whole baguette. He was like, I know you must be hungry, so here's this.
Yes.
And it was like this huge latte. And then and he starts rushing her around. We're gonna go to Target, then we're gonna go to Starbucks, then we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do that. And it's like listing all the favorite things. And back to your bare minimum, like there is like this, it's not much. I put it all out there every single time. This is kind of like what I was talking about for Christmas last year. I have the bathtub of my dreams now. I'm reading, like I'm laying it out there for you, what I enjoy.
You are an
Yes.
easy
You are.
person to
You
gift
are,
right
yes.
now.
I don't
You
need
have
anything
hobbies.
big. I have a couple of hobbies. They're pretty easy, and it's so easy. It's so easy.
She owns roller skates.
She does.
You could accessorize those. And it is so funny because I do think that we scream in our nicest manner when we look at their baby pictures. And we are like, you know what? They're doing the best they can. But it is so true because I have said to my husband, we have a full day. It's open. What do you want to do? And I expect him to be like, funny you should say that. I got a full day packed. And then I'd be like, I hate it all. I need to
can't win.
plan new.
Yeah.
All right, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. Are you still cramming your career into one page? That might be yesterday's news. Find out how AI is changing the rules of resumes and what you really need to land the job.
And before you lift that giant gourd or carve your spooky masterpiece, you'll want to keep your spine in line. Dr. Zach is back with us, and here's here with some pumpkin prep stretches. That's coming up next.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were gonna kill it.
Oh, that poor pumpkin never stood a chance, and neither will your back if you're not careful this pumpkin season.
Especially with a pumpkin that big.
Yeah.
Luckily, Dr. Zach Chastain is here to help us lift, stretch, and carve like pros without the post-patch pain. I think Kelly might need this after her long day at the farm.
Yes, yes, most definitely.
So we're all getting some tips. Us beforehand, Kelly maybe something after. So what do you find is the #1 mistake that people make when they're going to something like this and lifting heavy?
Yes, so the #1 mistake I see most commonly in my office with lifting things in general is people are not braced or stabilized. So they're kind of more lackadaisical when they're bending over. They're just twisting here at the spine, twisting in the wrong way, and the muscles and joints aren't really ready to pick up any sort of weight or load. So.
Well, but let's be realistic. Like, none of us are bringing a brace to the
Right.
pumpkin patch.
No.
Right.
No. Oh. Well, let's break this down. Let's do some simple stretches maybe that you can show us before you head to the pumpkin patch, or even if you're not going to the pumpkin patch this year, maybe just doing some yard work.
Yeah, so an easy one that I like to do, it's very easy and functional. It's a basic squat. So we're just going to be here, feet about shoulder width apart.
Okay.
Can I do it in heels?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
And then just simply squat down a little bit, and then we come back up.
I feel like this is a weird
okay,
thing to
that's
do in a
easy.
dress.
And this.
Okay, I'll let you do
This
that.
is a full head to toe functional movement to get our body primed, ready for any sort of activity, yard work, picking up pumpkins, anything along those lines.
Okay, good stuff.
that's
Okay,
good.
what's next? What's the next we could do?
Next one that I like to do is a little bit of a chest opener. Arms are behind our back here.
Oh, I love
And
this one.
extending the arms upright towards the sky. You'll feel that kind of open up the chest and the shoulders there. You can even bend down a little bit. That's taking it to the
Should-
next level,
I
which
love
I
that
like.
Should things be popping?
They can, okay?
Okay.
That's good because we're getting
good.
movement in the joint capsules. It's releasing pressure
Yeah.
and gas, and that's what we want. So that is the big thing that I like. But for an example, am I able to put a
Yeah,
pumpkin
let's-
on the ground?
let's see.
Yeah, let's show here. So
Because I think, most of the time, and with our kids, they're just like, they do whatever. They don't have the muscle strain necessarily that we do yet.
right. They will just, this is the bad way, okay? People will just come down just like this and pick up and twist, okay?
So even though you're using a little bit of knee, it's still not the right
Still,
way.
right. You
So should you bend?
bend, exactly, bend down, and then you want to pick the pumpkin up close to the body and to the spine, and then you kind of want to hug it here so it's close to your center of gravity mass. Kind of like you're wrestling the pumpkin because
Okay.
our spine isn't a forklift or a crane,
Yeah.
so you want to keep things close, and that is the perfect way to lift up a pumpkin.
I feel
right there.
really close to this pumpkin right
Yes.
now.
Now you have to
Part
haul
of
it.
the family.
All millennials should just know, get low.
Yeah,
Yes.
get low.
Get low,
Yes,
get
yes.
low,
Get low.
get low. While we have you here, we want to talk about fall yard work because we're starting to see some of the leaves change, and we know that people are going to be out there. Raking alone can cause some of that muscle strain back here.
Yes. So yeah, most definitely, especially when you're raking leaves and you're kind of rotating there at the spine. Same thing, a big thing that I like to bring to people's attention is to brace the core. We want to stabilize there. So it's kind of a big topic when you're moving.
Okay.
So ever so slightly, be a little bit more cognizant. Okay, I'm supposed to brace my core. I'm supposed to stabilize here at the waist and the abdomen. That way, when you're doing those movements, we're prepared.
So when you say brace, though, again, without having a contraption
actual
around,
brace, yes.
yeah, without what should we be doing? Is it just like
Stiffening up,
stiffening up
tightening,
those
squeezing,
abs?
yes.
Because that's going to be a reminder.
Yes, when my sister used to, we'd wrestle when we were kids, and she would beat me up a little bit. But you want to act like someone's going to lightly punch you in the stomach, and you kind of
And you're
tense
bracing
there,
for it.
and you're
I see.
bracing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to
That
think
is
about
a
it.
good reminder I like to use.
And I would have to imagine that
Sibling
that would be
rivalry.
good for posture too, just
Yes.
like being able to stand upright.
Better for
and have a
posture,
good
better
core.
for alignment, better for core strength, most definitely.
And what about carving pumpkins?
Carving.
Because that's the thing that is really challenging for me because
this.
you're always like bending
Bend
over.
over,
hunched
Yes.
over.
Or you're sitting on the ground and the legs are crossed. I like to be over here at the pumpkin at a table
Okay.
like this. If we had a chair here, we'd be right at about hip level, which is good. But a good thing we want to also do is warm up the hands, the wrist as well.
Yeah.
There's a good exercise stretch I like to do. Our hands want to be like this, and this is kind of fun to do. Draw the alphabet for me. So go capital A, just with the wrist motion though, like how I'm doing
Okay.
here. And you'll feel that movement there into the wrist joint,
yeah.
the hands, the fingers. You go A through Z. It's kind of fun to do, but that's a good warm up and stretch and exercise to do before we get ready into carving the pumpkins.
It's great stuff.
Great. Things are popping in my wrist too.
Really good information, and I think useful too. Just have a little bit of fun with it. Make sure you're taking care of your body. If you would like to learn more about resilient chiropractic, we're going to link you up on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
That feels really good. Yeah. All right, well, coming up on the show, pumpkin spice isn't just for lattes anymore. It's taking over our makeup bags too. From warm bronzes to cocoa tones, learn how you can master fall's must-try beauty trends. That's next.
We're falling face first into one of the season's biggest beauty trends. Think sun-kissed summer vibes with a cozy autumn twist.
Marie McClough is here to walk us through the perfect toasty look that'll have you glowing all season long, and she brought our girl, Special guest model, Lisa, from Low Bar Cocktail Services. She does it all.
Who better than a gorgeous summer girl to be my transition? So yes, toasty makeup. Did that end up on your timeline at all? Did we
Everywhere.
see-
Everywhere.
Full bronze, right? Bronze on the forehead, the cheek, the eyeshadow is bronzer. Around the mouth, there's bronzer. These girls are bronze. So now we got to transition. The sun, we did get some sun today, but it's been kind of gray this week. So we have to transition from our full solar power beauty to more of a toasted marshmallow.
I love it. I think it can be hard too when you have when you start to lose a little bit of the coloring because you're not getting that vitamin
We got
D
to
as much.
transition. We can't go straight into pale girl. It's
Right,
depressing.
I know.
It is.
I know. But using some of those darker hues can sometimes also drown you out. So we need to be subtle.
This
too.
glam is all about creating definition with no real hard lines. We see there's no hard eyeliner. There is no hard blush. The skin is more kind of like retouched. We're not doing a full foundation here. We have some concealer, mostly just bronzer, and the blush. It's that really lit from within. So when we're thinking about tones, when we're picking our makeup, in the summer, it was like terracottas, oranges. Now we can kind of fade into our berries, into our chocolates, that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
So for Lisa, a little bit of a monochromatic, which I also think helps, you know, visually when you start to do your makeup. I used Clinique Black Honey blush, took it in through her skin and a little in her eye too, just to kind of pull everything together. So a little bit of this, you can start up in here, bring it in through the cheek.
Wow, putting blush on your forehead is so new to me.
But think of where you naturally blush or where
Exactly.
you get a sunburn. So we're still, you know, got a couple of those little.
We're just adding a little bit of that coloring in.
Yes, and then to keep the color kind of going through, our favorite, the gold standard, Clinique Black Honey Lip. So glosses are really all the thing. I know a lot of us, when we start
the
to think about a
oils.
fall lip, it's dark.
Yeah, I love a Cabernet Lippy.
My year-round girl. But
I
that's
know.
usually, it gets into fall and we start to reach for that. This is kind of daunting. We see dark, but glosses are really popular right now. Anything that's looking like chocolate syrup or a jam or a jelly, that's what we're putting on. So this has that jelly vibe, but tonally, it just matches kind of with our blush. So everything goes
it's
in all
beautiful.
together. It's soft, like we said, no
Can I
hard
see the
lines.
consistency?
Please. She's so juicy and good. We love it.
I think the problem with some of these is that it looks, like you said, daunting. It looks like
It's
it's going
so
to be
scary.
so deeper, but when you see it on,
It's
the
really nice
perfect
and soft.
shade.
We don't have to go full lip. You're an expert. You're a pro-level dark lip girly.
Some things you just don't break. If it's not broken, you don't fix it.
Sometimes we need to dip a toe in to get to Kelly levels, and that's a really great way to start.
Start here.
The other thing I like about this look is we're always like, what are we doing with our eyeshadow? What are we doing? This is bronzer and a little bit of dark eyeshadow just kind of buffed along her lash line. The other thing I like about this look, if we want to get a little more high impact, eyeliner in the waterline.
Okay.
And the waterline.
Not underneath, so we're not super heavy. Look straight up for me, Lisa.
I think, this is like 90s. It's
And
giving
then
90s.
I
Feels
take it
familiar.
all the way in.
What a pop.
So if you look one eye to the other, we definitely have more. She's poor God poking her in her eye.
Now, with something like this, because we also we're not doing all the way around our eye,
No.
right? This is just adding that little bit
You
underneath.
can, and I think if we are going to keep in the waterline, you could do a little tight line, which is your top on the inside. But notice she doesn't have a top eyeliner. There's no hard line, but we still get that definition. It's just soft.
It's beautiful.
Which is way easier. Keep it soft, blurry.
I love it. So I've started to dabble in eyeshadow a bit. I will say it's a fun journey that I'm going on, but I want to know where you should stop whenever you're applying your eyeshadow because you can go full gaga
Well, let
real
me
quick.
just say, let's move away from light on the inner corner, darker on the outside. We've been blending and blending and blending for so long. This season, I've been seeing a lot of one color all over.
Cool.
Okay.
So with your finger and then buff it in, but don't worry so hard about these full
Lines.
I think, and my question is kind of off of that too, because where do you stop here? Are we stopping at the crease of our eye? Do we extend it up and kind of blur it out a little bit? Where am I stopping?
To the brows, to the gods.
So it's different looks call for different applications.
Right.
My rule of thumb for regular days: do your makeup, and I know we're in the mirror, we're doing all this. Look at yourself straight on from a couple steps back. Sometimes we can't see our eyeshadow because we just put it on our actual lid. If you want to see your color a little more, you can bring it up closer to your brow bone.
Okay.
You can work her up, but go in stages. Don't go full up to the brow.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right,
I'm
work
still,
it up.
I'm still saying
We're working
the
on it.
best makeup look I've ever had in my life.
The pro.
Can't wait to do it again.
Yes.
Can't wait to do
Girl,
it again.
thank you so much.
We're learning
really
so
great
much.
tips.
If you're interested in checking out Marie's makeup services, head to our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.
As the makeup sets, we're getting a rundown on fall fashion, from Western flair to boho vibes, preppy layers, and so much more. We'll show you how to wear this year's trend.
And Miss Rachel may be every toddler's best friend on screen, but wait until you hear what her own kids prefer. Let's just say even she needs a little parenting backup. That's next on Talk Pittsburgh. I can guarantee if you have a little one, you know exactly who Miss Rachel is.
She is a children's YouTube star who so many parents count on.
Well, recently she admitted something very surprising to me. And you know what? I think as parents, we put so much pressure on ourselves. There's so much pressure put on us not to let our kids use devices, not to let them eat certain foods. Even I've been seeing discourse about how like taking your kids to daycare can be bad for them. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I think we can all agree that parenting is very, very difficult, even for Miss Rachel. Take a listen to this.
I have a confession. This is embarrassing to admit. We took the kids on a 3.5-hour plane ride. I sang so many songs to Susie for 2 hours, okay? I did the Miss Rachel live show for 2 hours. Daddy was amazing. He did the Mr. Aaron live show. I had to put on the real show. Yeah, I had to put on baby learning for my own baby on the plane. And she liked it much better than the live show.
I love this.
So surprising to me. How do you feel about this?
It doesn't shock me at all. If you are a goated fan like I am of Miss Rachel, you know that Miss Rachel's husband is also a part of
Absolutely.
it, which I think is just so great and unique to their relationship. Miss Rachel has saved me from so many breakdowns, not for my kids, for myself.
Yeah.
I follow Miss Rachel on social media so often. She comes just so tired. You can tell she's had a long day. She just filmed, I don't know, 7 episodes for Netflix. She's like, guys, we're in this together. I think it is so comforting, especially for someone like her who, from our point of view, has it all together. I mean, we all think like how blessed are her children to have Miss Rachel, to have this calming source, this learning. She's just makes everyone better. But it just goes to show that we're all trying to, we're all just trying to make it and survive.
And nobody should be judging. I mean, if the child is healthy and happy, it is your prerogative to do what you think is best with your own child. If that means a little bit of screen time, so be it. They are going to grow up around screens. We are in a place of technology now where there's no escaping it. Scott said something to me the other day. We were talking about cell phones. This has been weighing on me since the kids are a little bit older. And I'm so worried about, I don't want Lila to have it, that she's always going to be on it. And I don't know if this is the right move. And he said, we didn't have them when we were that old, and yet we're all addicted to them. So if we are trying to prolong them being addicted to them,
it's not going to work. No, not at all.
And that's essentially it. We can I think our job is that we know that there's technology out there. We have to use the safeguards out there that we can at our disposal to make sure that they are as safe as possible and using it responsibly. But I think that we should not judge if somebody, Miss Rachel included, wants to put on a little bit of screen time for their kids.
Yes, you know that's why I have so much respect for single parents, because it is so challenging, even having a partner or being married. Sometimes you just need a break. You need a moment to say woosah. And sometimes for me, that is just going upstairs and just laying flat on the bed like this and staring at the ceiling, if it's at least for 20 minutes. And I need something to entertain Logan, because you cannot, I don't know how anyone does it, entertain a toddler every minute of the day. I'm running out of ideas. I don't know what to do. So that's where Miss Rachel comes into play, because she's thinking of things that I would never think of. I mean, she was trained for this. She went to school for this. She knows what she's doing, so I am happy to have her as a resource.
Absolutely. Delegating in parenthood is so important. I think to the old mental health, make sure you do it. No one does it alone. We all have a village, and Miss Rachel's in all of our villages.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. Well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, are you stuck in a resume rut? That's because you may be following some outdated guidelines. Find out the top way to make your accomplishments shine in the age of AI. Don't go anywhere.
hunt for a new job or just thinking about switching gears in your career, chances are your resume could use a refresh. And there's a lot of confusion over how resumes should look nowadays, especially with AI changing the rules.
Yeah, that's right. Holly Wilbanks is sharing some up-to-date strategies for today's job market. And I feel like seems to be a lot of conflicting information nowadays about resumes. Why is it so confusing?
It's confusing because the technology has advanced so rapidly, because there are industries that have certain specifications but others don't. It depends on sort of how advanced you are in your career in terms of what should be on there and where. And there's a lot of new creativity that's being embraced. And so a lot of people feel like, hey, like maybe I should have one that looks pretty like that. Maybe that will get me the job if I format it differently or I add these pretty things on there. And so the combination of all of these factors is leading people to go, okay, what is the right solution for me? And what it really comes down to is your industry, your role, and your experience level.
And I want to dive into AI a little bit because companies are using it. They're saying, hey, this is the AI tool that we're using, and yet it's frowned upon if someone applying for a job is using it.
It's such a double-edged sword, and I'll tell you that I saw something the other day that said everyone's using AI for their resumes. All of the companies are using AI for their recruitment. Nobody's winning, right?
Right.
And that is the absolute truth. So it's knowing really how to use AI for your resume so that you can actually get to a human being. And then when the human being sees that resume, they don't go, oh, this was written by AI. Thanks a lot for wasting my time. And you go in the junk pile, right? So making sure that if you're going to use AI, you do it appropriately. And then, of course, making sure that you're using it in a way that gets you past that applicant tracking software. I've been in business for over 10 years, and I've been telling people since 2015, the one-page resume is out. Okay? Because the reality is you need more content on there just to get past an applicant tracking software.
I'm so glad you said that, because the last time I wrote a resume, I mean, it's been years now. It's made my palms are getting sweaty just thinking about it. It was everything had to be fit on. You had to fit everything on one page for sure, and including your address, your email address, and I'm talking about your home address. Is that still the thing? Even a summary?
Yes. So. I don't recommend your home address on there. There's too many creepers out there, okay? But yes, your phone number, your email address, a link to your LinkedIn profile. If you have a portfolio, link to that on there as well, okay? But professional summary is great, particularly if you have 3 or more years of experience. And that's kind of our designation. If you have 3 or more years of experience, you can absolutely be going on to a second page for sure.
Okay, I'm so glad you brought in LinkedIn. We need to talk, that has to be a whole segment. I need to know more about LinkedIn, which is now Facebook.
Yeah.
We have a couple of examples. So we want to pull up a student resume. So this is someone who's still in college, who's looking for that first job?
Yes.
Okay. So take a look. This still feels like a lot.
It is a lot, and this is more than we would normally put on a typical recent grad resume. But I purposely chose this example because in Matt's case, he is like all these other recent grads out there where the one-page resume wasn't getting him anywhere. So we actually expanded this to 2 pages also because he actually has some internship experiences. And you'll notice we don't call them internships. We say researcher, university researcher, or something like that, right?
Okay.
For his job title instead. Why? Because those are the key words that are aligning with the job postings he's applying to. He's open to engineering roles. He's open to finance roles. Nice civil engineering grad from Ohio State, right? No reason why this young man shouldn't be employed right now, except it's a difficult market for recent grads.
Wow, very interesting. Okay, the next example we have is of a professional resume.
Absolutely. Yes. So this is a professional. Zach is amazing. And this is another industry that has had a really difficult time recently. Biotech, life sciences research. We know a lot of those people are unemployed. And in Zach's case, he actually has a very unique background where he was doing research remotely. He's here in the Pittsburgh area. And so at this point, he's broadening his search. He's been doing consulting work since 2023. And so this is a perfect example of if you've been out of work for a little while and you see that kind of gap on there, You want to fill that in with some recent experience, whether it is a consulting work that you're doing, volunteering work that you're doing.
Something.
You can even say career gap, like caregiver for a loved one, career gap, and then say what you're doing in there.
What you're doing now. Lastly, we want to show AI.
Yes.
Just to see what the difference looks like.
So the original version is the exact version that Zach sent to us before we played with his resume. And then over here on the right is the Copilot version. And you can see where I've highlighted, it's still a bit technical, right? He's trying to expand to robotics and maybe tech and some other industries that embrace his research skills and protocol and project management, but a nonprofit isn't going to know what to do with that, right? So that's an example where if you just plug it into AI and you give it the prompt like, hey, can you broaden this beyond biological sciences, which I think is the prompt that I use, then you're seeing, even in the Gemini examples, they are still way too research specific. And Gemini tries to tell you like, hey, this is fine, this is broader, or this is more project management. But from our perspective, it's not translating to other industries still. And that's where the disconnect with AI comes in. You can't just take what it feeds you. You can use it maybe as a draft or absolutely use it to scan a job posting and say, what keywords and phrases should I use from this, right?
This is why we have people like you around to help and guide us. Holly, thank you.
You're welcome.
So good. All right, we'll have more information about the Wilbanks Consulting Group on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
Next on the show, from childhood crushes to Wikipedia rabbit holes, we want to know, what celebrity do you know way too much about? We're sharing your answers in this week's Kelly Question. Next.
Celebrity do you know too much about? You guys really came through on this. It made me feel so much better about my own fandom for so many of these amazing stars. So up first, our girl Ashley said, Kristen Cavallari. I love her and everything about her, her attitude, confidence, and sense of humor. She gives 0. You can fill in the blank there. And I will say, Kristen Cavallari had a chokehold on me with Laguna Beach.
Sure.
Hills growing up.
Not only that, but then her more recent boo, are they still together? The one who was like 15 years her junior?
Who was it?
Do you remember the guy who...
He was like a TikTok star.
The one who lip syncs songs and is famous? And
Montana. Montana Boys, that was the name.
Yeah.
It was just sad. So Kristen.
All right, next one. We got this one. The Pittsburgh Bachelorette on Instagram says Britney Spears, but like 20 years ago, Britney Spears. And also said Bobby Jean Spears.
I was a big Britney Spears fan. I mean, not where I would know about her entire life, but...
I'm sorry, Bobby Jean Spears said also Britney Spears.
That was confusing.
Confusing, because I thought, is that a cousin that I don't know about? No.
Could be.
Same thing. I did recently rewatch the clip with the snake. Amazing that that snake did not kill her, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Every time I see a snake, I think of our girl Britt.
Of course. All right, Elise says probably the Royals. Kelly. Kate and William, I love seeing them and reading about them and their family. They seem to be really grounded considering the responsibility they have. I also love all the news and gossip about their extended families.
Do you see me like lovingly looking at them?
You're blushing. You're just like, yes.
I love that family. They're going to change the monarchy. I can guarantee that. And then our girl TT, I got to give a shout out to her. She said, the way I am in Taylor Swift's business should have me on the list for a mental evaluation. I love it. She said, I do weekly searches to catch up on any updates by every magazine to make sure I'm caught up.
Wow.
TT, the Swiftie, always ready to report. And that is my girl. Me too, babe.
Yes.
We're
You
a
can
good
join
team.
her for that mental evaluation. You guys can go together.
Good escapism.
It is.
Last but certainly not least, Rick, I'm not gonna lie, this surprised me, but said, oh my God, anything that begins with Kardashian. I'm too much of a gentleman to say what I really feel about every single one of them. We find ourselves in that trap. We're not gonna judge you, Rick.
No,
We're
not even a
gonna
little.
judge you.
That is
Safe space.
surprising.
We're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Sweaters, boots, layers, fall fashion is here, and this year, why not add some new items to your wardrobe for a fresh look? Why not?
But before we do that, we have to ask our girl. Stylist Brittany Ventura is here to show us how. First up, I have to ask, we can all kind of get lost in trends. Which ones are worth investing in, do you think?
Well, honey, it's got to be the one that speaks to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to be showing you like 5 different things today.
Okay.
So
We
if
love
something
that.
lights you up, I would say move on it.
All right.
And just let your gut and your heart lead,
Oh,
right?
love leading
Okay.
with the
All
heart.
right.
We have a model here first,
We've
right?
got a lot of help from my friends today. So Amanda's showing us the Western trend.
Oh,
so this trend can be, obviously, you can take it in a whole different direction, but denim on denim is hot. We've added cowboy flair with the boots, the belts, the horse detail, that whole equestrian tone with the belt, right, and the buckle.
She has 2 belts.
Oh, honey, we piled them
love
on.
that.
We piled them on.
Layering belts.
So chaotic layering is very on trend as well, and you're going to be seeing that with my models today. But yes, sterling silver and the different stones. So.
And let's not forget the fringe.
And I was going to say the fringe on and the statement boots beside her. So you can decide how much you want to turn this trend up.
Amazing. Oh,
Second trend, bohemian chic. So this trend is very feminine, it's effortless, it's got a lot of girly touches and drama, right? So the volume in Susan's skirt, and then the detail at the cuffs, but everything is very easy breezy. You're gonna see a lot of sheers, maybe some lace detailing. But yeah, fringe, we can still, we can play with the fringe.
You're to die for, but this necklace, oh, I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, who do we have next?
Next, we've got Sandy. So Sandy's wearing the classics. And I know when we talk trends, it's like, wait, classics? But this is the stuff that we look forward to every autumn and fall. We wanna see these rich chocolate browns, the burgundies, the olive greens, maroons, and the prints. Leopard is not going anywhere. I know.
Yes,
I
yes.
know.
I would have to take everything out of my closet.
Nowhere. Going nowhere. So this trend is absolutely on fire.
And green is one of my favorite colors, and so the green on green, it's really giving right now. Yes,
Beautiful.
love that.
You look
Yes.
fantastic. Okay, so I really want to go to shoes, these ones especially behind us, because the loafer is in, and I love it. It's so
very
easy
much
to wear.
in. It's so easy. So it's that nice juxtaposition too. So you can add in a little bit of femininity with this masculinity. Also very on trend, Mary Jane's.
Oh, I know, yes. Love that.
And a kitten heel, which
Kitten heel as well. So another
beautiful.
trend that we're seeing is this whole modern preppy. Now, if you're a 90s girl, you can see it right now. The Tommy Hilfiger ads of the 90s, the Ralph Lauren ads of the 90s. So anything that's got some like rugby stripes, some plaid, anything with a crest or like a detail on your lapel. Layering again.
So am I putting these loafers with this?
Absolutely.
Oh, love that.
Absolutely.
Oh, and
absolutely.
also for the leopard print here. So if you have a pair of leopard shoes, do you stop there? Can you
can.
add?
Oh, you can add on.
You can add. Okay.
Do not.
Leopards.
More is more, honey. More is more. I mean, let's.
Oh, and this. Can I try
Speaking
this on?
Don't tease us with a good
So
time.
fur is everywhere. You're going to be seeing it not just in jackets, but in handbags, shoes. We're going to be seeing fur in shoes. Now, I don't know if we won't do that in Pittsburgh, but you might. You might.
Boots with the fur. We've done
with
that.
the fur,
Brittany.
absolutely.
Bring them back out.
But think statement boots, statement handbags and accessories are going to be really big this fall. So y'all have fun.
Oh my
Okay.
God,
Do
I
you
will.
need this back? Because I
Looks good on you, honey. It looks real good
We gotta
on
go.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Brittany. This was so much
Absolutely.
fun.
Thank you.
All right, we're
queen.
going to link you up to Brittany on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and we'll be right back.
The amount of shopping that I need to
Fall
do.
fashion.
You guys are both really excited about this.
Inspired.
Did you see that fur?
Did I? Yes.
So good.
Coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, I think your home is spotless. Think again. From sponges to smoke detectors, we're revealing the household items you're probably not replacing often enough.
And when kids enter foster care, the first hours matter most. We'll tell you about a home in Butler County that's bringing comfort to those first few hours. See how Isaiah 117 house is changing lives.
Well, thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We will also be streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts now.